Well, hello, folks. It's another Wednesday, and we are back to rank yet another puzzle game for the Game Boy. And I keep looking in the corner there, and that just thing that doesn't look... I'm getting distracted. We currently have 59 games on the list. You can see down here at the bottom with Godzilla. Probably going to be a while before something dips below that. And then all the way up here at the number 1 spot, we have Tetris. I think a pretty natural number 1, if you ask me. And typically every 5 games or so, we put in something of a sure thing. I don't know that today's game is going to be a sure thing, necessarily. It is a game that I am reasonably fond of, one way or another. But, you know, the list of sure things, I'm just not sure is going to make it all the way to the end of this. But anyway, we are going to be playing Hatris. This is not a sequel, per se, to Tetris, but it is developed by the same creator, Alexei Paketnov. I'm terribly sorry about that. And so, yeah, let's just hop right on in. Fix the screen. There we go. And get this moving. That's supposed to say bulletproof software, but not the most readable. Okay, I played about 30 seconds of this before starting the stream just to... I don't actually know what the different shops mean. We have stage 0 to 9. Music on and off, so there's just one choice of song. Yeah, so we got 2 hats, we can swap them, and I believe down is just hard drop, so yeah. And so one of the key details about Hatris is that once you stack one of the hats, the other one can move freely within certain limits. And so this is an early stage. There's not really a lot of hats to pick from. So a lot of the strategy of this game is sort of planning, you know, you want to drop one hat on one stack and then kind of sort of aim where the other one goes. And so right now there's only 3 kinds of hats, so it's pretty easy. Okay, now we have what appears to be a samurai helmet. Oops. I got those backwards, but that's not really the end of the world. Oh, and now we have nowhere to put these. And I only got the one samurai helmet. I can't match that with anything. Oh. Pass? Oh, I can... Okay. I don't know what that was. Oh, we got top hats now, apparently. I still really don't know what to do with that samurai helmet. What am I supposed to... Music's alright. I've played Hatris before, but this is my first time with the Game Boy version. I think it's pretty okay. You know, Game Boy music is typically a bit abrasive. I think that's, you know, something we're learning throughout the course of this run. Oh, I guess I have another sound. Every now and then, I'll look over at that little meter that says fire, and there will be something in it. Like a 1 or a 2, and then other times I look at it and there's a 0. And it's like, well, I didn't use the fire, why did it go away? Yeah, the NES version of this game had slightly different mechanics. There, okay. Oh, it clears, okay. So I can clear all the hats of a type. Yeah, see, so now I have a fire, and if I press the B button, you see the fire shows up in the, in there. And we can use that to clear out a stack of a certain kind of hat. Honestly, I really do think that a lot of the grief this game gets is specifically because it's hats. And I get it to a point, like, it is kind of silly. You know, you've created really the most respected and well-known puzzle game of possibly of all time, and then you make a game about stacking hats. Like, I understand too, like, when you think about it, it's a game about stacking things, and, you know, they just happen to be hats. I don't know that is a compelling argument for everyone. There, so that cleared all the sombreros off the board. And then I immediately got this, and now we have wizard hats. So I guess we're still on Shop 0. I really don't know what to do with those samurai helmets. There isn't any place to... They're taking up so much room! Okay. So it seems like whenever your fire number is about to go to 3? You get a samurai helmet? Okay, they seem the fire seems to be related to getting like two things on the same drop. I don't think I can necessarily force that to happen. Also, if I'd known those samurai helmets were going to be as in the way as they are, I wouldn't have put them in the middle of the board. I've kind of done and screwed myself here. Okay, so it looks like the ones I used don't come back. So you do need to be a little more cautious with those automatic clears. Oh, we got another samurai helmet. Oh, okay. They do that. Apparently. In other words, I could have stacked them on the other pile. Well, we're learning in real time. Let me use the fire. Okay. I was secretly hoping that would do a little more. It's fine. It does help. It also kind of feels like once a stack hits a certain height, there's only so much you can do about it. Like right there. I think or maybe I just wasn't fast enough. Ah. Well, let's see what Shop 1 is. Okay, so the reason there's only one music choice is because there's different music for each. Okay. So I'm not sure what the difference with Shop 2 is, aside from already having the full assortment of hats. I also don't know why exactly I'm giving special attention to the crowns. Just the fact that they are crowns. It does seem like the sort of game where there's, you know, kind of maybe some potential for... Let's go to Shop 5. Let's go all the way up here, see what happens. I'm looking at my next window and it's not helping very much. Well, now it is. So that worked out. Seems like one of the big problems with... it seems particularly difficult to plan anything in this game. Like, you are kind of at the whims of the RNG here. What happens if we just stay on Shop 0 and Stage 9? You look at this situation, it's like something is getting blocked. You see it, and there is absolutely nothing you can do to stop it from happening. And it's a situation where perhaps if there were just a few more ways to clear certain hats off the playfield, it would be slightly less of an issue. And I know that's what they're trying to do with, like, the fire. And I guess I would need to watch some high-level Hatris play in order to kind of understand what the strategies are in those situations. It does seem like there's no, like I said, it just doesn't seem like there's much you can do aside from, you know, just sort of let the junk pile up. Oh, right, because that was stage 9. And this guy's gonna walk over there. And maybe he's gonna do something hat-related. Like, put on a hat. See, like, you just can't win. Oops. I want to blame the game for that, but no, that was all me being stupid. Let's see, okay. Now, if I get a top hat and a wizard hat combination, we can get a samurai helmet. If I get anything that isn't exactly that combination, we're gonna have trouble. Dang it. And so if the game just doesn't give, then there's just kind of... that entire mechanic just can't be interacted with. I think we can do it now. But also, like, I don't know if it's worth being stubborn about that, or if I should just kind of try to play the hand I'm dealt. Well, now I've gone and completely blocked myself over there. Oh, can that piece go? No, it cannot. Sucks to be me. Let's just start back at the beginning and see what we can do here. Should be easier to build up a few of these things at the start of the game. Oh right, I wanted to stack those. Oh, I think I screwed myself. Well, I didn't, that was a bad call. It's a bad call putting that top hat there. I can't tell if this level of strategizing was, you know, if that's like intended play or not. Because it does feel like just a bit much. Oh, the samurai helmets just disappear. That's, Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say that, like, the way I'm doing this is not intended play. And some of those stacks are higher than 5. Also, just gonna point that out. And I could be using the fire. I don't know if that's... I don't know what the better play is. Do I use the fire? Or do I save it and collect the samurai helmets? It's like right now my gut is telling me the samurai helmets aren't worth it. But that's not really based on anything. And the fire only seems to have limited potential as it is. Like, yeah, I cleared out some of those top hats. That didn't do a lot for me. Well, that's a game over. We got time to play again. We got space for all kinds of four-letter words, like butt or poop or make. Oh wait, I already did shop. Yep. So, like, it definitely helps if you sort of stack up your garbage on the sides. But at the same time, like, any amount of stacking up garbage kind of hurts the game overall, because that limits your possible moves later. You'd think, like, well, the option, the idea should be that you just don't stack garbage. But it seems like you have just a very limited capacity to not stack garbage. And, like, to a degree that just does not feel intentional. Well, yeah, that's on me. That was sloppy play. Oh, wow. I just realized the camera is complete. What is happening? When did that happen? I don't actually see the face cam while I'm playing the game, by the way. Okay. Hatris. I'm going to start by saying it flat out. This game is not as bad as you've been told, but it does have a pretty fundamental problem in that there's just not a lot of opportunity to clear things off the board unless there's some other mechanic that I'm not understanding. Because at a certain point, like, a large part of the game is stacking things. And when a stack gets too messy, there's kinda nothing you can do about it. And so as the game goes on, as they add more different types of hats, which happens pretty quickly, like that's an early point in the game, is the addition of the hats, it does get unwieldy very fast. And the fire is reasonably effective if you can set up the moves for it. The samurai helmets are very effective, but you have to sacrifice the fire in order to use the samurai helmets, and then the samurai helmets get in the way until you get 5 of them, which the further you get into the game, the less likely that is to happen, because just the way that the additional hats increases the complexity. So who here played crap, I'm even blanking on the name. The Tetris collection, the one that had all the interviews and that. Tetris Forever? Tetris... I'm going to look up the name. Yeah, Tetris Forever. Here's the one that has like all the different... Well, not all the different, but a lot of different versions of the game and interviews and that. And you get a sense playing that, like, that Pajitnov, at least in the early days, there was a sense of the game just sort of ends. You know, you play until the game ends, and so this added complexity, the fact that there's limited capacity to sort of deal with the problems that arise, like that's just how the games were designed at the time. Like even Tetris was sort of, you know, kind of designed to just keep getting more and more difficult until you couldn't play anymore. And I mean, nowadays they sort of mitigate that, and you can feel one way or the other about it. I think it's fine, provided you sort of put a cap where the game ends. You know, those two things balance each other out, and keep the game from going on forever. But this seems like there was this sort of design mentality of, and you saw it as well with, like, loops was another example of this. And probably some other games I'm not thinking of, where the board just gets so cluttered that you can't do anything and the game just has to end. And that feels like a product of its time. That's something we don't really do in video games anymore. And so, yeah, there is more depth to Hatris than you might expect, but the problems with the game are very much of their time. Like, it very much has, like, the problems of a slightly undercooked puzzle game of that era. And yeah, I think if there were ways to sort of revise that And I know I mentioned last week we were playing Clax, and I said, if somebody would give it another shot and just, kind of rethink some of the basic mechanics of Clax and make a game that's a little more balanced, a little more fair. That is an unlikely scenario, all things considered. I don't think anyone other than me is really pushing for a new Clax that updates the gameplay. And I would say the argument is even less so for Hatris. I don't think there is a single living person out there who's saying, oh man, they should go back and make a new Hatris and really rethink Hatris and, add some new mechanics to Hatris to kind of balance it out. That ain't happening. And that being said, I do think the NES game has slightly different mechanics. And maybe that's the one to play. I think there's actually, there's a Famicom Hatris and an NES Hatris, and I think they're slightly different, and one of them has a little more depth to it. I don't know. It's Hatris. I don't think Hatris is coming back. That's a big ask. You bring back Hatris. Who is gonna buy a new Hatris? But okay, I'm getting off the point here. And say Hatris, kind of a game with limited. Well, let's start with where Clax is. And Hatris is better than Clax. It's got a nicer presentation. I guess they both sort of control well. It's got a little... Maybe it doesn't have more gameplay variation. I don't know, it's got a little bit less of that arcade mentality. It's a better game than Clax. It's more accessible than Bust-A-Move. It's a lot more readable. It is playable in that sense. I'd say it's better than Stop That Roach. Sort of an interesting counterpoint to Flipple, where that's a game that just sort of, it's confusing, but there are similarities. It's not better than Rockin' Monster. It's more readable than Rockin' Monster. It is easier on the eyes than Rockin' Monster, but it's not quite there in terms of playability. It's better than Loops. I don't think it's better than Quirk. If this version of Lemmings were better, if it were closer to the proper game, Lemmings would be a better game. The fact that this particular version of Lemmings is kind of messed up sort of throws a wrench in that. But I don't think it matters, because if we look at Word Zap, Word Zap was a game that had like 5 or 6 different gameplay modes. Not all of them were good, but I do think the good gameplay modes in Word Zap did have a little more depth to them than Hatris. Well, congratulations are number 32, Hatris. And that is going to be me for this evening. I'll be back tomorrow night with some live improvised music. I'll be back on Saturday night with music production. And then we'll be playing some more Revenge of Drancon and Monster Lair on Monday, some more Etrian Odyssey on Tuesday, and then I'll figure out what the heck game I'm going to play next week. At this same time, we now have a top 60 list of Game Boy puzzle games, and the list is taking shape. You can see here, like there's a clear delineation between the good stuff and the not so good stuff, and then a handful of games way down here at the bottom that actually kind of stink. Well, yeah. I've also been fixing up the spreadsheet. I've sort of neglected the spreadsheet for quite a while, and it's gonna take some time to sit down and kind of fill that all out again. But we'll get to that at some point. But in the meantime, that's me. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for hanging out. Statistically, you're watching this on YouTube. Thank you for watching this on YouTube. Like and subscribe. And as always, I do hope to see you next time. So bye for now.